Hello, all the people in the world, coming to you live from recording on April 22nd. Continuing the project, adding some properties. We got a Google question today that will just be your progress on the project or any questions you have. Project is due Friday. No reason to make this a long video, so I'm just going to jump in and review some common things that I heard from people on the first day or saw questions about that I can help out with. So we're still in, we're in lesson 14, number 2. This is what we'll be working on for a while here. And so remember the big things. I think the biggest thing, imagine I have a website like this, right? So I have index, it's my homepage. I've got a link, I've got a page for birds, and I've got a page for Squidward, right? So I've got my index, and yesterday I showed and viewed like this is that code that you need. This is that code you need to link and to make a style sheet, to make a .css file that lets me change all the different stuff. So if I look at this website, it just looks really weird because I changed the font and all this stuff. So if I go back here, I can see, oh, my H1 heading, I made it size 300. I can make that size 30 and make it much more reasonable, or 60 and make it bigger, right? So this sheet here is linked to my .html. And even just looking at this code here in HTML, I know that because I can look in the only thing we've ever learned that goes in the head section. I see this line here, the link, and then the keywords here are, you just have to like look back at old things or Google it or remember it. But there's this thing rel equals style sheet. That just tells it what kind of file it is. It's a style sheet. And then the href is that hypertext reference that we've seen in other places too. So we have, and then the name of that file, index.css, I have it here. So I'll go through the process one more time from nothing. So assuming you don't have the file done. So let me try to add one to my birds. My blank web page, just gonna add a body, verbs, birds, aka verbs are great. Cool. So here's my basic website we learned on like day 1 of HTML. It's got a heading, it's got a paragraph, good. It's got the space and head for something to go. So I'm going to click Add CSS. A new thing will pop up on my left side, and I can right click on it to rename, or like use 2 fingers and click on the Chromebook. And I'm going to name this birds.css. So nothing's happened yet. Even though they have the same name, it doesn't do anything. Like, if I change this to be background is red, color is blue, font size is 100, doesn't do anything. Like, there's nothing wrong. I didn't do anything. There's nothing red. There are no errors. It's because I didn't tell the computer to link the style sheet to this HTML page. So the way you do that is keyword link, then it's rel equals, and then from this here, you can just scroll through if you can't remember, or you can just type style sheet, href equals, and then that brings up all my list of things, and I can just click on birds.css. Oops. And then I close it. And now it automatically applies all my different changes. So a few people had questions just on this process or on just kind of like, what is the project? It was a little confusing before because I'm not there to kind of show you examples other than through this video. So this is the kind of thing you're doing for each of your pages. You're adding a style sheet, and you can make them all have the same background. You can make each page look different. It's up to you. It's a little bit of the creative part. If you have questions, so Google questions today before I jump into that. Again, summarize what you did today. It's going to be a little different for everyone. So maybe today, maybe yesterday you had a question like, how do I add a style sheet? And then today I added a style sheet to index and I set all the colors I want. That'd be a great response because it tells me what you did. And it makes you sort of reflect and think, okay, good. I did those things, which mean tomorrow maybe I can change the font size or whatever. Don't stress about this too much. I expect you to spend 20 minutes a day on it. Maybe more if you have more to catch up on, but cool. So ending, if you have questions, the best way to reach me is actually through chat. The chat.google.com. I get the pings to my phone and I am very responsive to those. Emails are the second best way. I also get them to my phone, but I also get just a ton from work. So sometimes it's hard for me to catch up with all of them. And then actually the best is just come to office hours. But I know that that's hard because I know we have a lot of things and it's hard to wake up even, 9 o'clock still seems early now when it used to be later in the day. So take care, everyone. Stay safe.